Hi, this is a tutorial about logging into the base system using the forgot password function, and we'll also give you a general tour of the system components. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start by logging into the system. You'll be using the user ID that was assigned to you by the county base team. Also log in with the password. If it's your first time logging in, they will have provided you with a temporary password. If it's not the first time that you logged in, hopefully you'll remember what your password is and you'll use that. So we'll go ahead and sign in. And that will take us to the startup screen for the system. Now, if this is the first time that you've logged into the system, you'll want to make sure that you activate that forgot password function. To accomplish this, you'll go to My System Profile. You'll click on the link that says Change or Set Up Forgotten Password Help. And then you'll go ahead, select the question, and type in the response. You click OK, it will go ahead and set that up for you. Once that happens, anytime that you forget your password, you'll be able to answer that question so that it will email you what your temporary password is, and you will be able to access the system. It will go to the email that you have on record for the system, and typically that will be your work email address. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out so that I can show you this function. Oh no, I forgot my password. So no problem, we'll go ahead and go to the forgot password link. You'll go ahead and you'll enter your user ID. And then once you do that, you'll click continue. It'll take you to another screen with that question that you selected. You'll type in the response, click OK, and it will send you the password. Now, if you see a message like this, that means that you did not activate that forgot password function. So what you'll need to do is you'll actually need to go ahead and you will need to send an email to the IT help desk. You'll need to make sure in the subject line you include the words for base, and you'll also say that you need to reset your password, and they'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once you do that and they provide you with a temporary password, you want to log in. You'll want to go ahead and reset your password, and then you'll want to make sure that you activate that forgot password function. So with that, we're going to go ahead and go back to the main screen, and I'm going to go ahead and log in again. Luckily, I did not forget my password, so we should be able to get in pretty easily. And we're back at the beginning. So I'm going to point out a couple of things to you. You've got the base menu, which will include all of the different components of entering in your budget within the system. You've also got a menu that's called Reporting Tools. You won't see all of these, but you will see Report Manager, which will allow you to access any reports that are generated within the system. And you'll also have this Query menu, which will allow you to run various queries within the system. I'm not going to click on that in this environment because there's a lot of queries that are available within this environment that won't be available to you in production. But this will be somewhere that you'll be able to run some of the queries that we will talk about in other tutorials. I'm going to go back to the base menu. Executive Office menu for departments will have nothing in it because Executive Office has specific functions that are unique to that office for the review of the reports that are submitted by different departments. Now within the departments menu, and keeping in mind you can access the different menu items one of two ways. You can either use this menu slide here where you expand or collapse the different menu items, or you can just click the main menu item and then everything populates here and you'll be able to access it there. Keeping in mind that you can open and close this menu item as you see fit. So within the department functions, let's go ahead and look under Payroll Calculator. It has all the steps that you'll need to run that payroll calculator. You got your impact reporting folder. Department processes, this allows you to copy forms into different scenarios. It allows you to copy prior year information. It'll allow you to post information from your fixed asset forms or your salary calculations into your expense budget. And this is also where you send your budget to the executive office. Now, under department reports, here are all those reports that I was mentioning within the reporting tools menu. And this is, it uses the Crystal Reports function to generate Adobe PDF files with information from your budget and what you've entered. So you've got a personnel report option, there's revenue and expense budget report options, and then there's a couple of reports here related to department impact reporting. So let's go back up to the main menu. I'll point out a couple of more things to you. Within base setup, there's a couple of menus that may be helpful for those of you who really like to dig into what the payroll calculator used to calculate the different labor costs. We got bargaining unit, payroll variables. If you type in the fiscal year, which as of the running of this particular tutorial, we're getting ready to head into the 15-16 budget, but you can type in any budget here. Click search, or if you know the specific union code, you can type it here. Select these, and it will give you the various insurance variables like disability, life insurance, those types of things. You can click the different tabs here to get step info information and when the system is applying the step increases and the number of step increases. For example, these two unions are getting a 2-step increase on June 25th, 2015. And then you also have your COLA information. We also have the bargaining unit flex configuration, which will give you your flex information. So if you click in any of these, you will see what the rates are that have been programmed in by HR. If you ever want to know what particular budget is currently active, you can go into the budget control table, and that gives you the information about what's happening with the different rates, Social Security items, maximums, minimums, those types of things for this particular budget year. And then just the general configuration will let you know which one's active. Right now we have 2016 fiscal year, 15-16 fiscal year active. And we have the begin date, end dates, and that type of information. Another place that you'll want to look is under reporting tools. And again, you go to Report Manager. Here it will, if you go under the Administration tab, it'll list all the reports that you have run within a set amount of days. So anytime you run your personnel reports and you want to print out the Adobe PDF file for your manager, this is where you'd access that. And then again, you have your queries. So this concludes the tutorial for logging into BASE.